My beloved child, before you relax your shoulders or let your attention drift, I need you to slow down for a moment. Not because something loud is about to happen, but because something quiet already has. Don't skip this part. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, and it has been closer than you think. There is a reason this message feels uncomfortable from the very first second. It is not here to entertain you. It is here to wake you up. Inside many homes, the greatest danger is not noise, chaos, or open conflict. It is silence. It is the smile that never argues. It is the presence that blends in so well, it never raises suspicion. That is where the snake hides, not in shadows, but in plain sight. You may feel a strange pull in your chest right now, as if a memory is trying to surface but hasn't fully formed. That feeling is important. Don't brush it away. Don't skip ahead. Stay till the end, because every sentence is placing a piece where it belongs. This person does not look harmful. In fact, they may look helpful. They may listen carefully, speak softly, and appear supportive. They know the language of care. They know how to mirror emotions. They know when to agree, when to stay silent, and when to appear concerned. This is not accidental. This is strategy hidden behind familiarity. What makes this so powerful is that the mask is not fake in the obvious sense. It is carefully shaped. It is worn consistently. Over time, it becomes convincing even to the one wearing it. That is why the danger is subtle. That is why it survives undetected. You may have noticed moments when your energy feels drained after certain conversations, even though nothing negative was said. You may have questioned your own reactions, wondering why you feel uneasy without a clear reason. This is not weakness. This is awareness trying to speak before your logic catches up. Don't skip now. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, and this next part connects everything. This person gathers information without asking questions directly. They listen more than they speak. They remember details you forgot you shared. They observe patterns, routines, emotions. They learn when you are strongest and when you are most open. Not to protect you, but to position themselves. The danger is not in what they do openly. It is in what they delay. Opportunities that mysteriously stall. Conversations that subtly shift direction. Decisions that leave you feeling unsure of yourself. None of it is dramatic. All of it is effective. What makes this even harder to see is that they benefit from appearing harmless. They benefit from being underestimated. They benefit from being trusted without question. This is how the snake remains warm inside the house, never needing to strike loudly, only patiently. If you are still here, it means something inside you recognizes this pattern. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, and it will soon become clear why this message found you now. This person thrives on access, not control. As long as they are close enough to observe, they feel secure. As long as they know what you are planning before others do, they stay ahead. They rarely block you directly. Instead, they redirect you gently, so it feels like your own choice. You may have defended them in the past. You may have thought, they mean well, they are just misunderstood, they are family, they are close. That defense is exactly what keeps the mask intact. The snake does not need to convince everyone. It only needs one door to stay open. Notice how your breathing changes as you listen. Notice how certain faces or moments are starting to align in your mind. This is not coincidence. Awareness often arrives before proof. Don't skip this awareness. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, and it is not fear. It is clarity. This is only the beginning. What you are realizing now is just the surface of something much deeper, and in the next part, the hidden behavior will start revealing itself in ways you cannot unsee. My beloved child, something shifted the moment you continued, because the truth you are about to hear only reveals itself to those who choose not to look away. Don't skip this moment. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, and it is already unfolding inside your awareness. The snake inside the house never rushes. That is the first sign people miss. While others act, react, speak, and express, this person waits. They measure time differently. They are not interested in today's argument or tomorrow's result. They are watching patterns, weaknesses, habits, and emotional rhythms. They are studying the house as if it were a map. What makes this so unsettling is how normal everything appears on the surface. Meals are shared. Laughter happens. Daily routines continue. Nothing feels broken enough to raise alarm. And yet, beneath this calm, there is quiet calculation. Not loud. Not obvious. Precise. Don't skip now. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, and the next realization changes how you see everything. This person often positions themselves as the reasonable one. When tension rises, they step back. When emotions flare, they remain calm. When stories are told, they appear neutral. This earns trust quickly. People assume calm means safe. Silence means loyal. Neutral means honest. That assumption is where the power grows. They rarely lie directly. Instead, they omit. They leave out details. They soften facts. They frame situations just enough to tilt perception. Over time, this creates confusion, not conflict. Confusion is more effective. Confused people doubt themselves. Doubt keeps doors open. Have you noticed moments when you felt unsure about something you once felt confident about? Moments when your instincts were strong, then suddenly questioned? That did not come from nowhere. That is the slow work of influence disguised as concern. Don't skip this. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, and it is about to become clear why this person never needed to raise their voice. The snake feeds on access, not attention. As long as they know what is happening before it happens, they feel secure. As long as they are informed, they are prepared. They often know your plans before you act. Your worries before you speak them out loud. Your hopes before you protect them. And here is the shocking part most people never realize until it is too late: this person may not even see themselves as harmful. They justify everything internally. They tell themselves they are being practical, realistic, or protective. That self-justification makes the mask stronger and harder to remove. Stay with me. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you, and this next truth is the one that makes people stop the video and sit in silence. The snake inside the house becomes uncomfortable only when boundaries appear. Not anger. Not confrontation. Boundaries. The moment you become less predictable, less available, less explainable, their calm shifts. Their interest increases. Their subtle questions become more frequent. Their concern becomes noticeable. That is not coincidence. That is reaction. You may have felt guilty for pulling back before. You may have questioned whether you were being unfair or distant. That guilt was never yours. It was learned. It was placed there gently over time so you would keep the door open. Don't skip now. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, and the next part will expose the behavior so clearly that you will never unsee it again. This is not about fear. This is about awareness. Awareness restores power quietly, without drama. And as this understanding settles, you are getting closer to a clarity that changes how you move inside your own home. The story is far from over. The deeper signs are coming next, and when they do, everything will connect. My beloved child, pause for a second and notice how focused you have become, because this is the point where most people feel something click inside them. Don't skip this moment. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, and this part is where the picture becomes sharp instead of blurry. The snake inside the house reveals itself not through actions, but through reactions. Watch closely. When good news enters the room, their response feels delayed, controlled, almost rehearsed. They smile, but the warmth does not reach their eyes. When challenges arise, they listen carefully, not to help, but to collect information. Every reaction is measured. Nothing is spontaneous. This is where many people get confused. They expect danger to look aggressive or obvious. But this kind of presence survives because it feels calm. It feels reasonable. It feels safe enough to ignore. That is why it lasts. Don't skip now. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, and the next realization explains why this person never celebrates your growth fully. This person becomes most active when you begin to change. When your confidence increases. When your focus sharpens. When your plans start to take shape. Suddenly, they appear more involved. More curious. More attentive. Not because they are proud, but because growth threatens their position. They may ask innocent questions that seem caring on the surface. They may offer advice that sounds logical. Yet somehow, after listening, you feel less certain. Less clear. Less excited than before. That is not support. That is subtle interference disguised as wisdom. Think carefully. How many times did you leave a conversation with them feeling smaller than when you entered, without knowing why? That feeling is not imagination. It is your intuition reacting to inconsistency between words and intent. Don't skip this. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, and this truth is one many people realize years too late. The snake does not push you down. It waits for you to step back on your own. It plants doubt and lets you water it. Over time, you begin to question your instincts, your timing, your direction. Meanwhile, they remain steady, observing quietly, appearing unchanged. Here is the shocking part: this person often benefits the most from your hesitation. When you pause, they gain time. When you doubt, they gain leverage. When you delay, they stay relevant. Your movement threatens the balance they depend on. Stay with this message. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you, and the next insight explains why distance makes them uncomfortable. The moment you stop sharing everything, their behavior shifts. They ask more questions. They try to reconnect. They bring up the past. They remind you of shared moments. This is not nostalgia. It is an attempt to regain access. You may feel torn, thinking you are overthinking. You may tell yourself you are being unfair. But clarity often feels like guilt at first, because it removes old habits that once felt safe. Don't skip now. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, and the next part will show you exactly how to protect yourself without conflict, without noise, and without revealing your awareness. You are not imagining this pattern. You are recognizing it. And recognition is the moment power quietly returns to where it belongs. My beloved child, if you are still here, it is because something inside you is no longer asleep, and this is the moment where awareness turns into quiet strength. Don't skip this part. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, and it changes how you move from this point forward. The most powerful mistake people make is believing protection must be loud. It does not. Real protection is subtle. It is calm. It leaves no trace. And this is exactly how you move when a snake hides inside the house. The first shift happens internally. You stop explaining yourself. You stop oversharing. You stop filling silence with words. Nothing alarms the snake more than calm independence. When they can no longer read you clearly, their advantage weakens. Don't skip now. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, and this is where the balance begins to change. You become selective, not distant. Observant, not reactive. You answer questions without giving extra details. You listen more than you speak. You let them reveal themselves through impatience, curiosity, or subtle discomfort. You do nothing dramatic. You simply change your rhythm. Here is the shocking truth many never hear: the snake cannot survive where it is not being fed. It feeds on access, attention, and predictability. Remove those gently, and the mask starts to feel heavy. Watch what happens when you stop seeking approval. When your confidence becomes quiet instead of announced. When your decisions are made without explanation. Their calm begins to crack, not loudly, but noticeably. Don't skip this moment. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, and it is the reason silence becomes your strongest ally. You may notice them testing boundaries with small remarks, casual questions, or unexpected concern. You do not confront. You do not accuse. You simply remain steady. Calm exposes more than conflict ever could. This is where power returns to you without a single argument. Without tension. Without damage. You remain respectful. You remain composed. And yet, the dynamic shifts completely. Another once-in-a-lifetime realization appears here: the snake depends on your old version. The moment you outgrow that version, their influence fades. Not because you pushed them away, but because you stopped being accessible in the same way. Don't skip now. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, and it is the peace that follows clarity. You begin to feel lighter. Clearer. More grounded. Your instincts strengthen again. Your decisions feel aligned. The confusion lifts. Not because the environment changed, but because you did. And as this understanding settles, one final truth becomes clear. Awareness does not create enemies. It creates distance from what no longer belongs close to you. This is not the end of the story. What comes next is deeper, calmer, and more powerful than anything before. And if you stay, the final layers will connect in a way that stays with you long after the video ends. My beloved child, there is a quiet moment that arrives after awareness settles, and this is that moment. Don't skip this part. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, and it completes what your instincts have been trying to say all along. At this stage, the snake inside the house feels exposed, even if nothing has been spoken. That is the strange power of clarity. You no longer need proof, arguments, or confirmation. You simply see. And once you see, your energy shifts in ways words cannot explain. This is where many people expect a confrontation to happen. It rarely does. The most surprising truth is that the situation resolves itself through distance, not drama. The snake senses when it no longer has influence. When it no longer shapes decisions. When it no longer feeds on reaction. Don't skip now. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, and it is not what most people expect. You begin to notice how your space feels different. Conversations feel shorter. Interactions feel neutral. The emotional charge is gone. This is not coldness. This is balance returning. You are no longer pulled, guided, or slowed by subtle pressure. Here is the once-in-a-lifetime realization that changes everything. The snake never had power on its own. It borrowed it from your openness, your kindness, your habit of explaining yourself. When you stopped giving that energy freely, the illusion dissolved. Stay with this message. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you, and this truth brings relief rather than fear. You may even feel compassion now. Not weakness, but understanding. You see that some people survive by hiding, observing, and blending in because they do not know another way. That understanding does not require closeness. It simply allows you to move forward without resentment. Your home, whether physical or emotional, begins to feel lighter. You breathe deeper. You trust yourself again. Your decisions feel clean, undisturbed. This is what alignment feels like when confusion leaves. Don't skip this final realization. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, and it stays with you long after this moment. The greatest protection is not suspicion. It is self-awareness. When you know your worth, your rhythm, and your direction, nothing hidden can remain close for long. This is not an ending. It is a return. A return to clarity, strength, and calm presence. And from here, everything you build feels more real, more stable, and entirely your own. My beloved child, listen closely to this quiet turn in the story, because this is where most people realize something they were never taught to notice. Don't skip this moment. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, and it reframes everything you thought protection looked like. There is a phase that comes after clarity, and it feels strangely calm. No tension. No suspicion. Just a steady awareness that moves with you. This is when you understand that the snake inside the house is no longer the focus. You are. The most shocking truth at this stage is simple: once awareness is established, nothing hidden can operate comfortably. Not because you confront it, but because your presence changes the environment. Silence becomes intentional. Choices become private. Energy becomes guarded without being closed. Don't skip now. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, and it explains why peace is the final signal. You begin to notice how your reactions no longer feed anything unnecessary. You respond, but you do not reveal. You engage, but you do not expose. You exist fully without needing validation. This quiet confidence is unfamiliar to those who depended on your openness. Here is the once-in-a-lifetime realization few ever articulate: the snake does not leave loudly. It fades. It loses relevance. It becomes background noise instead of influence. And one day, you realize it no longer affects your direction at all. Stay with this. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you, and it settles something deep inside. You stop replaying conversations. You stop questioning your instincts. You stop feeling pulled to explain yourself. That mental space returns to you, and with it comes clarity that feels natural, not forced. This is the part people remember long after the video ends. Not because of fear, but because of relief. Relief that awareness does not require conflict. Relief that strength can be quiet. Relief that peace can exist even when others remain unchanged. Don't skip this final insight. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, and it is the understanding that your life does not improve by controlling others, but by mastering your own presence. From here, everything aligns differently. Your home feels like yours again. Your thoughts feel clean. Your future feels unblocked. And without saying a single word, you have already protected what matters most. My beloved child, this is the moment where everything you sensed finally settles into certainty, and that certainty feels calm rather than heavy. Don't skip this part. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, and it completes the circle you stepped into from the very beginning. There comes a time when awareness no longer feels like vigilance. It feels like peace. You stop scanning the room. You stop reading between every line. Not because danger vanished, but because it lost relevance. What once demanded your attention can no longer reach you. This is the stage few people ever reach, and that is why it feels rare. The snake inside the house no longer hides because it no longer matters. Your clarity has shifted the ground beneath it. Don't skip now. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, and this realization is the one that stays with you. You begin to understand that true safety is not built by watching others closely, but by knowing yourself deeply. When you trust your rhythm, your timing, and your silence, nothing manipulative can stay close for long. It simply has nowhere to attach. Here is the once-in-a-lifetime truth most never hear clearly: not everyone in your space is meant to walk with you forever, and that does not make them bad. It simply means your growth changed the distance. Awareness does not accuse. It adjusts. Stay with this message. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you, and it is lighter than you expected. You no longer feel the need to explain why you changed. You no longer replay moments trying to prove something to yourself. Your decisions feel settled before they are spoken. That inner stillness is not hesitation. It is alignment. This is when the house feels different. Not quieter, but clearer. Conversations lose their hidden weight. Interactions feel neutral. You are present without being pulled. That is the signal that balance has returned. Don't skip this final shift. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, and it is the understanding that nothing hidden can compete with self-awareness. You are not guarded. You are grounded. You are not distant. You are centered. And from this place, nothing that relies on disguise can remain close for long. This awareness does not end here. It moves with you. Quietly. Confidently. And it protects you without ever needing to announce itself. My beloved child, this is the part most people never expect, because it does not arrive with noise or drama, it arrives with understanding. Don't skip this moment. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, and it reshapes how you see the entire journey. There is a final illusion that falls away here. The illusion that awareness must always stay alert, tense, or guarded. It does not. True awareness relaxes you. It allows you to live fully without constantly looking over your shoulder. That is how you know it is real. The snake inside the house no longer occupies your thoughts, and that is the greatest sign of freedom. When something loses your attention, it loses its influence. You are no longer reacting to presence. You are acting from clarity. Don't skip now. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, and this realization is deeper than all the rest. You start to see how everything aligned quietly once you trusted yourself. Conversations became lighter. Decisions became faster. Sleep became deeper. These are not small changes. They are signals that your inner world has stabilized. Here is the once-in-a-lifetime truth that closes this chapter: nothing hidden can survive long in the presence of consistency. When you live in alignment, manipulation has no rhythm to follow. It fades naturally, without confrontation, without explanation. Stay with this. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you, and it is the piece you did not know you were missing. You are no longer trying to figure anyone out. You are no longer proving anything. You are simply living from a place of grounded certainty. That certainty does not need confirmation. It does not seek agreement. It stands quietly on its own. This is where strength becomes invisible but unshakable. Where clarity becomes effortless. Where your space feels truly yours again. Don't skip this final feeling. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, and it stays with you long after the screen goes dark. You have not lost anyone. You have gained yourself. And from this place, nothing that hides behind masks can ever confuse you again. My beloved child, there is a quiet power in reaching this point, because what you are about to realize now is not something taught, it is something remembered. Don't skip this moment. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, and it settles everything that came before it. At this stage, you no longer need to analyze anyone. You no longer replay expressions, words, or pauses. The need to decode disappears. That is the sign that your awareness has matured into certainty. Certainty does not question itself. The most surprising truth here is this: the danger was never the snake itself. It was the moment you stopped trusting your own perception. And the moment you trusted it again, everything quietly returned to balance. Don't skip now. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, and this realization changes how you move forward in every space. You begin to live differently without trying to live differently. Your tone changes. Your presence feels grounded. Your silence becomes confident. People sense this before you say anything at all. Those who once relied on access feel the distance without being told. This is not withdrawal. This is alignment. Here is the once-in-a-lifetime realization that stays with you forever: nothing that hides behind masks can coexist with someone who is fully present. Presence dissolves disguise. Not aggressively. Naturally. Stay with this. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you, and it is the calm you now carry effortlessly. You stop fearing betrayal. You stop expecting it. You simply move with clarity. And clarity does not attract confusion. It attracts stability. That stability becomes your new normal. This is the moment your house, your space, your life feels sealed without locks. Protected without walls. Clear without explanation. Don't skip this final truth. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, and it is the understanding that awareness was never meant to make you cautious. It was meant to make you free. From here, nothing hidden can follow you. Nothing subtle can drain you. Nothing masked can confuse you. You are not watching anymore. You are simply living.